This on a Wednesday. It is the 4th of March, 2026, barreling through the month already. Here's what we've got as far as the weather goes. Partly sunny skies today, a high of 80. Partly sunny tomorrow, 82. Friday, we start getting into some rain chances, a 30% chance of showers, a high of 83. And then Saturday, 60% chance of showers. It looks like that's going to hang around with us Sunday and Monday. Hey, and don't forget, daylight saving time is this weekend. Oh, yeah. Whenever that happens, you know that spring is right around the corner. The other thing I noticed, Richard, dogwoods in bloom.
Yep.
They're in bloom and they're gorgeous. I'm telling you, winter's over with. We're done with winter.
I think you're right.
I mean, I truly believe it.
I believe you are correct.
It's on top of us.
You are correct.
Yes.
Yes.
So excited. Hey, if you're not watching us on YouTube, there's some changes today, and I want to thank Leland and Frank, our engineer, for making that happen. That was one of the things that was in the works. Once we got the cameras in, we had to get some lighting. We knew it wasn't right, and he worked really hard yesterday for a number of hours on the ladder. He got a bunch of insulation that he breathed into his lungs. He doesn't know whether he's going to die or not, but I think he's going to be okay. But thank you for that, because you've made a big difference in the lighting with the YouTube cameras. Real Talk 995 TV if you're not watching us on YouTube.
I'm upset. I was told
what's the matter?
I was told that I would look better, and
you do.
Nothing has really changed.
Oh,
here.
yes. The lighting is 100%
There's some things
better.
you can't fix. Hey, listen, Pete Hegseth is giving an update on the U.S. strikes in Iran right now. Would you like to maybe join that? Let's do it.
Fury has delivered twice the air power of shock and awe of Iraq in 2003, minus Paul Bremer and the nation building. The campaign has 7 times the intensity of Israel's previous operations against Iran during the 12-day war. 7 times. And as President Trump said, more and larger waves are coming. We are just getting started. We are accelerating, not decelerating. Iran's capabilities are evaporating by the hour, while American strength grows fiercer, smarter, and utterly dominant. More bombers and more fighters are arriving just today. And now, with complete control of the skies, we will be using 500-pound, 1,000-pound, and 2,000-pound GPS and laser-guided precision gravity bombs, of which we have a nearly unlimited stockpile. We used more exquisite standoff munitions at the start, but no longer need to. Our stockpiles of those, as well as Patriots, remains extremely strong. The enemy can no longer shoot the volume of missiles they once did, not even close. And the chairman will lay out some of those percentages. So our air defenses and that of our allies have plenty of runway. We can sustain this fight easily for as long as we need to. And as I said yesterday, we set the terms. Now, you may not see much of it because the IRGC shut off the internet to the entirety of the country. They blind their people on purpose, just like they kill their own on purpose. Much was made of the volume of missiles Iran was able to shoot in the first few days. And sadly, as we projected, a few got through and killed 6 of our best, who will hopefully arrive home soon. We will avenge them, no doubt. But I liken Iran's predicament to a football team who scripted the first 20 plays of a game. The team knew what plays to run because their first few drives were scripted. But now that the game has started and the blitz is on, they don't know what plays to call, let alone how to get in the huddle and call those plays. Iran's senior leaders are dead. The so-called governing council that might have selected a successor, dead, missing, or cowering in bunkers, too terrified to even occupy the same room. Senior generals, mid-level officers, enlisted ranks, they can't talk or communicate, let alone mount a coordinated and sustained offensive. That's not great for morale. The Iranian Air Force is no more, built for 1996, destroyed in 2026. The Iranian Navy rests at the bottom of the Persian Gulf. Combat ineffective, decimated, destroyed, defeated, pick your adjective. In fact, last night, we sunk their prize ship, the Soleimani. Looks like POTUS got him twice. Their Navy, not a factor. Pick your adjective, it is no more. In fact, yesterday, in the Indian Ocean, and we'll play it on the screen there. An American submarine sunk an Iranian warship that thought it was safe in international waters. Instead, it was sunk by a torpedo. Quiet death. The first sinking of an enemy ship by a torpedo since World War II. Like in that war, back when we were still the War Department, we are fighting to win. Also, yesterday, the leader of the unit who attempted to assassinate President Trump has been hunted down and killed. Iran tried to kill President Trump, and President Trump got the last laugh. Now, this is not a mission accomplished situation. This is simply a reality check. The combination of U.S. and Israeli intelligence and combat power will control Iran, and will control it soon. Sure, Iran will still be able to shoot some missiles and still be able to launch one-way attack drones at civilian targets, and their proxies will attempt to attack our embassies, bases, and soft targets. They are terrorists, after all, and they need to target civilians because they can't fight toe-to-toe. But we will find them, and we will kill them. This is what the fake news misses. We've taken control of Iran's airspace and waterways without boots on the ground. We control their fate. But when a few drones get through or tragic things happen, it's front page news. I get it. The press only wants to make the president look bad, but try for once to report the reality. The terms of this war will be set by us at every step. As I said Monday, the mission is laser focused. Obliterate Iran's missiles and drones and facilities that produce them, annihilate its navy and critical security infrastructure, and sever their pathway to nuclear weapons. Iran will never possess a nuclear bomb, not on our watch, not ever. And this is why President Trump's moral clarity on Iran today is so vital. Unlike the past, where vague red lines and endless negotiations let Iran fund terror and inch ever so slightly toward a bomb, this president sees the threat plainly and acts decisively. No more half measures, especially when Iran is at its weakest. No more letting Tehran play for time while our people pay the price. His leadership ensures that we finish what we start and that we protect our warfighters by crushing the enemy before they can strike again. Our offensive operations, refined through months of relentless preparation, are unstoppable. And our defensive efforts are unprecedented. We have from the start put the protection of our troops ahead of everything else. Before we very publicly built up offensive combat power, we quietly ensured that our defensive posture and power was in place. And as we built up offensive combat power, we moved the vast majority of American troops, over 90% of Americans that were on our bases, what we say off the X, out of the range of Iranian fire. Our defensive shield is equally formidable, the most sophisticated air and missile defense network ever fielded. Thousands of Iranian missiles and drones have been intercepted and vaporized. Tens of thousands of American and allied lives protected. We have pushed every counter-UAS system possible forward, sparing no expense or capability. And like I said, this does not mean we can stop everything, but we ensured that the maximum possible defense and maximum possible force protection was set up before we went on offense. In closing, as President Trump told German Chancellor Merz yesterday, Iran negotiated in bad faith, stalling, scheming, and preparing to strike. And we acted decisively to defend our people, our interests, and our allies. President Trump took bold action, putting America first, the kind of bold action that the American people elected him to execute. To our steadfast partner, Israel, your mission is being executed with unmatched skill and iron determination. Fighting shoulder to shoulder with such a capable ally is a true force multiplier and a breath of fresh air. We salute your courage and your contribution. 4 days in, we have only just begun to fight. America fights to win, And in Operation Epic Fury, we are. May God's providence cover and protect our troops always.
All right, there's Secretary of War Pete Hegseth giving us a briefing on what's going on in Iran. He'll hand it off now to General Dan Raisin Kane, who will then get into some real hardcore X's and O's, and I'm not sure that we really need to do that at this hour of the morning.
Yeah, I think Pete summed it up. That's really what we need to hear.
Yeah.
What's the summary overall 4 days? And actually, this is day 5.
Yes, it is.
But after 4 days of war, what have we accomplished? And it sounds like we are on a fast track.
Quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I've seen some, and there's plenty of it out there, AI video. Those who are against this war are creating AI video of, for instance, Iranian missiles falling on Tel Aviv, and I had to go do a little research on it and dig in and go like, is this real? Is this not real? Is this whatever? Many sources saying, no, it's absolutely real. We verified it, whatever. And then eventually an AI unit said, no, actually, now that we've looked at it again, no, it's not. It's somebody put this together. You know, the folks who are against this will stop at nothing to try to make the president look bad. You're hearing it from all kinds of different sides here. But the reality is, and I'm not the one who invented this, and I'm not going to pretend I'm the one who invented this, but when somebody says something that suddenly clicks in your brain, you go, yeah, exactly. Iran's been at war with us for 47 years.
Sure have. Yep, absolutely.
We finally just decided it's time to finish this. Yeah. It's time to be done with this.
Yeah, we're not going to play. And Donald Trump, again, honestly did everything possible to try to have some talks and negotiate and Witkoff over there and Jared Kushner and others trying to make it happen. And they're just playing games. And Pete just, reiterated what exactly was happening. They were stall tactics. It was a stall tactic. And we don't know exactly how close they were, but they had the uranium that they needed. How close were they? And so Donald Trump said, we're not going to play this game where we're going to go right up to the edge where we think they have a nuclear weapon and now it would be okay. Those days are over with.
Yep.
Take care of the issue. When you know that there's a threat to that region and to the U.S., take it out. How about also hearing that they took out the person that wanted to kill President Donald Trump?
Love it.
That was huge.
Leader of that
Way
group.
to go, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, and to our military, job well done.
Bravo, well done. Let's talk a little bit about Anthony and Company Jewelers, 2080 Valladale Road next to Ragtime Cafe. It's where I get my jewelry. It's where you should get your jewelry if you're interested in a piece for your mother for Mother's Day coming up, or somebody special gets something for Easter. Maybe you've got an anniversary coming up. Maybe it's a just because present. Finding the perfect piece at Anthony and Company is easy because they will help you every step of the way. You explain, hey, this is a little this, a little of that. This is the kind of person I'm looking at, and they'll steer you right toward what it is you didn't know you needed until you saw it. The price is always right because the prices are so low they can't afford to have a sale. I love them. You'll love them. Plus, they do in-house jewelry repair, so your stuff never leaves the premises. It's amazing. High-end watches for guys and girls as well. That's what they're doing at Anthony and Company Jewelers, 2080 Valleydale Road next to Ragtime Cafe, online at anthonycojewelers.com. All right. 7:24, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. We are running just a wee bit behind because of the press conference we just heard from Pentagon Chief. I'm sorry, it was
Secretary of War.
Secretary
Pete
of War.
Hegseth, yes.
There's so many people on the screen, I can't
yes.
keep one from another.
And
Can't figure them out.
General Kane. General Kane is
he's
speaking
the
right now.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Yeah, he's giving you all the X's and O's, as they say.
Well, we'll get to the three things in just a moment here.
Check out Craig on Facebook from Birmingham Broker. We've said it, and he's saying it too. There's an easy way to sell your car, but there's even better way, an easier way. The easy way that a lot of people fall into is when you want a new car and you trade your car in. But the problem with that is that somebody else is taking your equity that's in your current vehicle. That's right, you're getting ripped off. There's no question about it. It happens every single day. And people do that. They were like, well, it was just easier. Let me tell you, if you will reach out to our good friends at Birmingham Broker, Craig, Keith, and the guys that are there, and you just get your vehicle to him, Craig is going to shoot you straight, and he's going to tell you exactly what they can sell your car for. You know the price before you walk away. Doesn't take but about 10 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes max. That's it. Birmingham Broker, downtown Birmingham, been with us since day one. We love these guys. We trust these guys. They've taken care of many of our listeners. They've taken care of me when I needed to sell my car. You'll love the process. And again, quick, easy, hassle-free. You just have to get the vehicle to them. 2224 4th Avenue South is where they're located. Introduce yourself to these guys because this won't be the first car that you'll want them to sell for you. You'll go back again and again. They got one guy that has sold 20 cars through them. That's incredible. BHAMBroker.com is the website. That's BHAMBroker.com.
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
Well, we just mentioned it, kind of got an update on what's going on in Operation Epic Fury. We are in day 5 of this, and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth is saying that Iran's prize ship was sunk last night. They hunted down and killed the person that wanted to kill President Donald Trump. That's a plus. We've got the airspace and waterways, control over all of that. Terms of the war will be set by the U.S., and Iran will never have a nuclear bomb. That is the main goal in Operation Epic Fury.
Yep.
This is beautiful. The things that we have done so far, they have destroyed 17 Iranian ships in all. I guess maybe last night that might make 18. Submarine, they used to strike one of these to bring it down. Nearly 2,000 targets in the past 4 days of Operation Epic Fury. And as Pete just said a minute ago, this is just the start of it. We'll go as long as we need to. We're hoping that, we can do this in a timely manner, but we're going to make sure that all those assets are taken away, and then it'll be left up to the Iranian people to figure out who the next leader will be, and hopefully they'll choose wisely.
Yes, indeedy. Let's not make the same mistake
Yeah,
twice
we
here.
certainly don't.
Not that they really,
The other thing is, too, and this kind of parlays into it, the U.S. State Department on Wednesday ordered non-emergency U.S. government personnel and families of government personnel in Pakistan to evacuate. There are a bunch of people, a lot of Americans, that are stuck in Iran that they can't get out. They gave out a travel advisory yesterday, and they've given out a phone number as well. So if you know of somebody that's stuck in the Middle East or stuck in Iran and they can't get out, the numbers are 202-501-444. That's 202-501-444 or 1-888-407-4747. Let them know they can contact that number and they will get them out of those areas. But again, there's been a real jam with people not being able to, get out of there. So you can. And lastly, there was a plan in the works that would provide a park for the homeless here in Birmingham. But that's not going to go anywhere right now until the city can come up with a new location. And the reason for that is because when they approved the purchase of a lot on First Avenue North at a cost of $168,000 for the urban oasis for the homeless, there were some business owners and people that own property surrounding that going, wait a minute, you're going to put a what there? So now they're going to relook at this. But urban oasis or a homeless park is what this is going to be, would be used during the day for those that are homeless, mental health care. They would provide additional treatment, restrooms, storage locker rooms, and a dog run are all going to be part of this. Yeah, property owners, as I said, made a lot of noise about this, and they don't want it in their neighborhood, so to say. So I don't know what they're going to do next.
Oh, I love the concept of the homeless person dog run.
I was like, is this homeless people that have dogs, or you want the public to be able to use the park too?
Pretty sure it's the homeless people.
The urban oasis with the homeless people. What's going on here?
Urban Oasis sounds like a place I'd like to go.
I know. Well,
Sounds lovely, doesn't
I
it?
was like, the initial story, Urban Oasis, and I'm thinking, oh, how lovely! Birmingham's coming up with a new park for all of us to go to.
That sounds
No, it's
great.
not for us.
Oh, no, not unless you like needles and feces. 7:30 with Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. Mr. Bugs knows what bugs you. When you find yourself with a pest control problem and your guy not getting it done, Mr. Bugs will come out, give you an estimate, and they will handle the situation. I know because that was my experience. They have taken care of me in no small way. Small rodent control, mosquito reduction, termite bonding, they handle all of it. Dave is my guy. He comes out once every 3 months and takes care of things, and I am bug-free in between those 3-month visits, which I absolutely love. The price is right, too, by the way. I've seen other more expensive places and not been satisfied with them. Mr. Bugs, they'll bundle it all together and get you one great low monthly price. It's Mr. Bugs, MRBUGGS.com, MrBugs.com. They know what bugs you. 941-6252. Coming up, we rank Valerie's favorite snack. 7:36. Dixon and Vining. Don't forget, we got the Jawbone Jam coming up on May 15th. It is going to be at Iron City. That's Friday night. We want to see you there. Brother Kane, Stone Horses, and a group called Cattle, who is going to be doing an album release that night. You could probably purchase it while you're there. I don't know. We'll find out. But it's going to be our 10th anniversary get-together, so there'll be a lot of cool stuff going on, a lot of fun stuff. We hope to have some gear for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I think we are working at on that as we speak. Everybody wants some 10-year anniversary gear.
Absolutely.
T-shirts, maybe hats. We'll see. But we're super excited about it. Y'all get ready. May 15th.
We've had Jawbone Jams that were large, Jawbone Jams that were smaller, Jawbone Jams that got rained out.
Yeah,
Jawbone Jams that were heat, just,
heat-related.
Very hot. But, yeah, we always have a good time. So make sure that you are at least mark that down on your calendar, the 15th of May, and see if you can't carve out a little space of time for us, because we would love to see you there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody who's listened to this show for any length of time at all knows that Valerie's absolute favorite snack is Cheez-Its. And they also know that she can't eat them because they're apparently loaded with calories and carbs.
High in calories and carbs.
And like so many of us, she didn't know it because she wasn't looking at the back of the bag until she finally looked at the back of the bag and she said, "There's how many servings in this bag?"
Yeah,
what?
the one that's in the Cumulus Cafe is a little bit bigger bag.
Yeah.
So, there's more in it. But I went to Costco, and this was a couple years back before I really looked at the label, because I was like, it's a baked cracker.
How bad can
How
it be?
can I go wrong with this?
How bad can it be?
And so I got a whole box that had the individual bags. Now, the little smaller individual bags aren't as bad.
No.
But still, one day I was like, how many calories in this? And I mean, it was just barely a handful of Cheez-Its.
The answer
but
is
I do love them.
quite a few.
Yeah.
Somebody decided to rank all of the flavors from worst to best. Her name is Judy Moreno. Judy Moreno from
Right.
Tasting Table. And she decided that she was going to go through and try all the flavors and rank them from worst to best. So here is Judy's take on it. Coming in dead last, bold cheddar grooves.
Oh.
Not sure I agree with
Didn't
that.
like that. You like them?
Well, they're bold and they're cheddary.
I like cheddar.
What could be wrong
Cheddar's
with
good.
that? I've never tried these.
Bold is right, but that sort of in-your-face snack food cheesiness doesn't quite hold up. The cheddar tastes a lot more like microwaved Kraft singles. What's wrong with that? Hold on a second. Am I that pedestrian that I'm okay with that? Probably. Cheez-Its Extra Cheesy.
Okay.
Coming in second to last. I guess that would be number
I would
17.
eat that too. I would try it. Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know what the problem is with, I guess she doesn't really like cheese that much, which is why are you testing Cheez-Its if you're not a big cheese fan?
We need a different tester.
She didn't like the bold cheddar, and now she doesn't like the extra cheesy?
Judy needs to step aside.
I
She's
think so.
she's taste testing the wrong food.
Put the
Yeah,
Cheez-Its
bye, Judy.
Put
down.
it down.
Put the Cheez-Its down, Judy. Pepper Jack.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Mixed initial response to the idea of these crackers, but ultimately we decided that Pepper Jack cheese is pretty unnecessary. What?
What do you mean it's unnecessary?
Cheez-Its-
It's yummy.
Cheez-Its are pretty unnecessary. Original Cheez-Its are generally cheese-flavored and already have a savory spice that no one would call spicy. Cheddar Jacks, white cheddar, and extra cheesy punctuate the cheesiness of it all, and hot and spicy, which we didn't get the chance to try, or buffalo wings bring the heat. The cracker is neither especially cheesy because the Jack in Pepper Jack is largely bland, nor especially spicy. Wow. So mean.
Yeah,
This
wow.
is so
She's
good.
kind of brutal on the
Really ugly.
Cheez-Its.
Ugly on the Cheez-Its. How about Cheez-It Cheddar Jack Puffed?
Now this is the white cheddar. I like the white cheddar, but I haven't had the. No, it's not
this
white
is
cheddar.
regular cheddar, and it's Jack. It's a
Oh.
combination of Monterey Jack and cheddar. Yeah,
Okay,
and it's the puffed ones.
gotcha.
Yeah. Have you had the
I'm
puffed
not.
ones?
Yeah, and they're okay. I
Yeah.
prefer the regular
They're
cracker.
really airy.
Yeah, they're too
You know,
airy.
I mean, you pop one in your mouth and it just sort of melts away,
It's
and you
like
go,
cotton candy, you know.
didn't I just
I
have
paid how
some?
much for this, and now it's
Yeah.
gone.
Did I? I thought I had a snack in my hand. What happened? I need some answers here. All right, coming in still in the bottom half here. Here we go. Cheez-Its Puffed White Cheddar. Naturally, we were filled with trepidation. Who needs this? Who do we think we are?
I need it.
Who does Big Cheez-Its think it is? But it was completely unwarranted. These are a delight. I feel like a bunch of kids eating these things, but that's all part of the fun. The white cheddar puffed crackers stay out of competition with Cheetos Puffs due to the different cheese that is being used, and therefore we think they deserve to have a unique spot on the supermarket shelves. Okay, well,
So
thank
they're
God.
kind of okay with
Oh,
it?
I'm so glad
It
they
started
approved
off
it.
weird and then
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
got
went
a
the other
thumbs
way.
up.
I'm
I
sure
know.
Sunshine Bakery was so worried about whether or not these people would allow them room
It's
on
like
the
Siskel and
supermarket.
Ebert. We got 2 thumbs, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was up with that? That was
Wow.
kind of a weird thing.
Hmm. Extra Toasty comes up next.
I've
This
had
is-
these, and I'm no.
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 Over toasted?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too much.
I feel that way too. I'm kind of like, okay, so
It's
what
like
you did
burnt
was-
toast.
yeah,
you know what I mean? You burnt the
Yikes.
toast.
You burned a bunch of these, and then you went, how can we sell these?
Well,
Oh, I
somebody
know.
will-
We'll call them Extra Toasty.
Toasty, yeah. These are the ones. These are the leftovers. You know how Wendy's overdoes the burgers, and then those go to the chili.
They get the chili,
This
yeah.
is the same thing with
There you go.
Cheez-Its. They overdid the regular Cheez-Its,
Mhm.
and they go into another batch, and they go into this box,
Mm.
the extra toasty, so they don't waste them.
Right. Cheez-Its Extra Big. Is bigger always better? Playing around
Hey.
with scale has always been all the rage these days and is one of the biggest, pun intended, food trends. From microgreens to giant cookies, there is absolutely undoubtedly an expansive market for resized foods, pun intended. Cheez-Its decided to hop on the bandwagon with these extra big crackers. In a way, we found that they tasted more like a cracker than a normal-sized Cheez-It because when we thought about it, one of those classic originals is very small indeed. Yeah.
So what's the size of the extra large? Like a Triscuit?
It's pretty good sized. I've had these. They're decent. A Triscuit might be not as big as a Triscuit, bigger than a Wheat Thin, certainly bigger than your regular Cheez-It.
Okay.
Double, maybe triple the size of a regular Cheez-It. Tough to say. They taste just like the regular ones. I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know.
Seems more like a cracker.
Snapped double cheese.
Haven't had these.
Okay, Snapped is
Double cheese.
they're sort of like chips. They're
Yeah.
thin, and they've got a lot of cheese in them, obviously.
And I see nothing wrong with that so far.
Nor do I, and obviously these guys kind of like them because they, they're high up on the list, higher up anyway.
So, are we looking at where the crackers are that Cheez-Its now, once again, looks like Oreo? There's so many flavors of them because I guess I haven't noticed this.
Getting there,
Yeah?
getting there.
They need more space, shelf space.
They have cheddar, sour cream, and onion Snapped as well,
That
which
sounds
is
pretty
next
good.
up on the list.
Does sound pretty
Like
good.
sour cream and onion.
Cheesy, thin, and crispy.
You don't even need the dip. You just eat the chip.
How about-
See, that'll put that on the bag.
Yes, indeed.
Such a poet and didn't even know it.
Cheez-It for cheese.
Eh,
It's got a picture of the Italian flag on it. I'm sure if Italy were here, they'd slap your face.
probably so.
The Italian four cheese crackers fit Romano, Parmesan, mozzarella, and Asiago cheeses into a relatively small space. The general takeaway we had, it tastes like the topping of a cheese pizza.
Oh,
not the
now
sauce.
that sounds pretty
Not
good.
the
Nothing
crust.
wrong with this.
Maybe
Yeah.
you
Just the
could dip it
cheese.
in pizza sauce.
You could.
Oh, there you go.
if you
Eh.
insist.
There we go.
Crazy sauce.
Here we have Groove's Zesty Cheddar Ranch.
Looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's zesty, it's cheddary, it's ranchy. What's not to like about that?
And it's all in a bunch of grooves.
Sounds pretty
What's
good to me.
what's the big tie with Minecraft? Because I keep seeing these boxes and they have Minecraft.
They
They
probably
got
just tied in
part
with
of the
movie.
promotion or something.
And probably tied in with the movie that came out last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably when they
I
did
don't know.
the
It
taste.
makes me think that these are for kids. They're not for adults.
Yeah. How dare you?
These are for kids.
Then we have
Oh, that's tricks.
Yeah, you're right.
Parmesan Ranch Snapped coming up next.
Sounds
Okay.
pretty good.
Okay, Parmesan and ranch, and it's in the little chip form, so I can do that.
I like those on wings. So.
hmm Extra toasty cheddar jack.
Okay, so we
Cheddar
toasted
jack
them longer
cheese.
and then we added the flavor.
Well, they burned those too, is what it
Yeah,
is.
that's what I'm
saying. Cheez-Its Duo, sharp cheddar and Parmesan.
I don't like the mix.
Really?
No.
Okay,
Pick one or the other.
There's one that I like. I like it a lot.
Yes.
I don't think it's on this list, to be honest with you. It's very disturbing.
Because here's
to
the
me.
problem, Richard.
Yeah.
You pop those in your mouth, you don't know what you're getting. Gotta
That's
be
exactly
careful.
right.
You
I
have
think
to
that's the
cheese
point.
It, cheese it
I
needs
think
to be
that's the
careful with
goal.
this. Yes.
To make sure you don't know what you're getting.
hmm
Then we have Buffalo Wing. Cheez-Its Buffalo Wing.
Never had those.
Never tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to do a taste test on just Cheez-Its.
Maybe so.
We have a
Cheez-Its.
buffet in there.
Let's
White
find out when
cheddar.
these need to go buy one, get one.
Yeah. That'd be a lot of them. Cheez-It white cheddar.
Okay.
Okay. These are, again, we're coming toward the
Like
end of
the
the
white
list
cheddar.
here. Coming up.
Yeah.
Cheese's original.
Yes. Well, it's
And-
not number one.
Number one is Cheez-It
Oh, no.
Cheddar Jack.
I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they said that the whole pepper jack thing was too much.
Not Pepper Jack, Cheddar Jack.
No, the
Whatever.
original.
Two different things.
Original
It's a
should
mix
be
of
one.
cheddar and pepper jack.
No, it's a mix of cheddar and Monterey Jack. No
Oh.
peppers.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Cheddar Jack.
Excuse you.
Yeah, no. Here's
That's that
what
cheese that's white and kind of.
I'm
yellow
yeah,
in it.
It's bland.
Yeah,
It really is. In
yeah.
fact, a lot of people use it on pizza instead of mozzarella.
Why?
They find it a little more flavorful than
Yeah.
mozzarella.
Yeah, but it's a pizza.
I think you can combine the both. I think
Right.
you'd be okay to do both of them. And in fact, I have on pizzas in the past. My favorite cheese, it doesn't make this list. I've mentioned this before, and it was the only thing the first time I had COVID and I could feel my taste buds disappearing. Like it was getting kind of freaky. Like I had these big oranges, and I was eating at least one of those a day, sometimes two of them a day. And then I started noticing, like, hey, I can feel it in my mouth, but there's no orange flavor. What's this all about?
Oh, no.
Freaked me out. So it kind of disappeared on me, and then it was gone for a day, and then the next day it came back, thankfully. And the first thing I tasted was Cheez-Its White Cheddar Grooves. And these
Yeah.
things are like crack.
They're
I
your favorite?
can't afford to buy a box. I'll go right to the bottom of it every time. I love them. I mean, they are crazy good to me.
You put white cheddar on the label.
Yeah.
You have
I
my
like
attention.
white cheddar.
White Cheddar
I think it's
Grooves,
good.
man. Try them
Yeah.
and thank me later. Or don't thank me. Curse me. You're
Yeah.
probably going to want to
Either
curse me
one.
later. Be a good idea.
Thanks,
most likely.
Richard, for that.
I deserve the cursing. Yeah, Cheddar Jack. Come on. Oh, there's another one that I really like that's a combo, and that is the bacon and regular bacon and cheddar. You get some of the regular cheddar and you get some of the bacon ones, and they throw them together in a box. Try those with peanut butter.
Oh gosh.
Whoa, okay.
Really?
Yes. So good. It's difficult to believe I have a weight problem. 748 with Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, back at a flash. Mitch Ryder in the Detroit Wheels. It's Dixon inviting Talk 99.5, Talk995.com. 7:52. If the fun seems to have abandoned your life, there is something you can do about it. If you're a guy in your 40s or 50s and you're beginning to notice that you're just losing a step, you don't have it like you used to, you need some urology-backed science, baby. I'm talking about the Alabama Men's Clinic powered by Men's Pro. A simple test on your testosterone will tell us where you stand on the scale. If you're not between 600 and 900 like you should be, then they'll talk to you about how what it takes to get up there, where you need to be. They're offering great deals all the time at the Alabama Men's Clinic. They have one going on right now you need to ask about. But more importantly, you need to get the fun back in your life, and getting that testosterone level back up where it needs to be is number one. Fixing your ED, if that is a problem, is number two. Hair loss, weight loss, they do it all at the Alabama Men's Clinic. Look, we got guys that are going there and coming back out as completely new human beings. It is a real life-changing experience. The Alabama Men's Clinic, 598-7000 is the telephone number, 598-7000. You can also find them online at alabamamensclinic.com. Make an appointment there in 30 seconds or less. Will, before we ran down this list, says in his mind, 4-cheese Cheez-Its are number one. Those new blackened, twice-baked ones are last. That was not the case, Will, but good prediction. The 4-cheese ones seem to be a real hit out there. Clarissa says, listening to that press conference with the Secretary of War left me feeling a very proud yet humble American, knowing we have these capabilities and Trump at the helm. God bless the USA.
Yep, it was, I'll tell you what, Pete lays it out there. And how about using a torpedo to take that boat out, that ship out?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Off in the Indian Ocean, they're like, we're safe. We're nowhere near the Straits of Hormuz. We're not going to. Oh, what? Did you hear that?
It's done.
What was that?
Sink.
Patrick says, is Richard going to do Mr. P's grilling tip again this spring? That is my plan. He said, I do most of my cooking on the grill, and I'm always looking for something different to try. Okay. Good to hear. I said, yeah. I'm planning what I consider a Mad Max-style journey into Birmingham just to visit Mr. P's and a couple of the other advertisers.
Well, how about that?
Mad Max-style journey.
Yeah, stop by and see them all.
Get in the dune buggy with your face mask and come on down.
No, I want the old Interceptor with the big blower coming out of the hood.
That works too.
Yeah.
Cheez-Its hot and spicy with a green bottle on it are great, says David. They didn't rank those, obviously. There were several that they failed to rank, I guess. So sad. Best parts of cheese toast is the brown burnt edges. Extra toasty are the best Cheez-Its, says Noel. Okay. You're welcome to your opinion, no matter how wrong and stupid it may be. McGee says extra toasty anything. If I want extra toasty, I'll go to the Army surplus auction and buy a flamethrower.
Well, there you go.
Wait, they sell those?
Do they?
I would like to get
I think
a
you need to show your
fun.
ID with that.
A flamethrower.
I got an ID.
I don't think it's fair that you make us show an ID. Some people can't get IDs, Valerie.
Oh,
Some people
that's
are
right. I
unable
forgot.
to.
Sorry.
They're too stupid.
Don't want to offend them.
Grumpy Old Goat says, I wish they still made cheese nips. They were better, in my opinion. I'm trying to remember what cheese nips were.
Yeah, they were kind of ahead of Cheez-Its.
I remember. I think you just like saying the name more.
Hold on, I'm going to put this in here.
Cheese nips.
Cheese.
I remember those.
Nips.
Kind of a knockoff of Cheez-Its.
Cheese nips crackers. Huh. There was a SpongeBob.
I remember these.
Oh, okay, there they are. Yeah, that's Nabisco.
Yeah.
Nabisco. Okay, that explains it. The other one's made by Sunshine. Okay, so largely the same product.
What came
right?
first, the cheese nips or the Cheez-Its?
Cheez-Its were a very, very old, long time coming.
Cheese nips say 1955.
Oh, this Cheez-Its, I think, predate that by a couple of decades. Yeah, I think they go back to like the 1920s or something. Sunshine Bakery. Let's see. Laura, hey, Val, I know you love pimento cheese. No, she doesn't. If you're ever in Clayton, Georgia, there's a restaurant there called J Joint that makes the best, served with slabs of bread. Yum. You don't really like pimento cheese,
no,
do you? You just
I
like
don't.
that one Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Right.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't order it because I'm not a huge fan of pimento cheese. No offense. I know this is very confusing and really who cares. But anyways, yes, when Chick-fil-A came out with it, several people were raving about it because it had the pimento cheese and honey on it. And when I got it, it was all just a gooey, melted, wonderful mess. I was hooked. I'm so mad at Chick-fil-A for doing that.
How dare you?
Now they don't have it.
How dare you?
How Dang.
Who do you think you are?
By the way,
Just
the answer
wasn't
to the
very
question that
nice.
nobody really cared about,
Yep.
Cheez-Its debuted in 1921.
Yeah, I saw that. So we had one 60 years ago and one, what? More than
105
100
years
years.
ago.
Yeah, 105. Wow.
Amazing.
Okay. Sean says, of course, Richard and I have a white cheddar grooves addiction and have to stay away from them. Every time he mentions one of these, I just laugh a little inside and think, are we sharing a brain somehow? As long as I get to use it between 6 and 10 a.m., we can share a brain. I'm
Sure,
okay
we
with
can.
that.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Rest of the day,
We'll let you borrow
not
it.
necessary, really. Not necessary.
Uh-huh.
I keep hearing the advertisement for Super Sure. I can't find any information on it. What is that? Chris, we're as in the dark as you are, my brother.
We got no clue.
All we know is that it's coming
All we
sometime.
know is the ad is working because you want to know what Super Sure is.
The important thing is
Whatever it
the
is.
check's clear.
That's right.
Sam says you can legally buy flamethrowers. I've seen them for sale at a few places that sell guns and other weapons. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. I
You need a background check for that?
flamethrowers freak me out a little bit. The guy who invented it is like, I want those people over there to be on fire, but I don't want to walk all the way over there.
Jeez.
Actually, what I like watching is that people are buying them, and instead of shoveling snow, they're just using the flamethrower to melt it off the driveway and the walkway.
Yes, I've seen that. Now, here's your problem. This becomes water and refreezes. So,
Gives
That
you another
could be a
excuse to break
problem.
the flamethrower back out and melt the ice.
All right. It's Dixon inviting, Talk 995, talk995.com. We have another hour coming your way with the three things and a load of information. I mean, it's a load of something, that's for sure. We try to keep you informed throughout the course of the morning, and near as I can tell, I get to use the brain for another couple of hours. Thank you, Sean. U.S. evacuating American citizens from Iran. We'll get into that a little bit. We talked about numbers you can call to make that happen, which is good. That's popping up on people's radio dials as well. And the Dow Jones, of course, plummeting. Oh, Kristi Noem facing questions yesterday from a Senate committee. Got to talk a little bit about that
Sure.
as well. We'll get to all of that and more here on Dixon Inviting, Talk 99.5. Stick around.